Hey, what's up? We got guests tonight. We got Eric B.
Yo, what's up, people?
We got the Shelf Gravy. What's up,
Oi!
JD? And yeah, we don't know where Ace is. It's 8:30. We don't know where our children are. It's gone. So
I heard he
everybody
got
else
lost
got
in the
this
sauce.
Omega Prime. We gotta do the second half.
Well, I was supposed to be
street lights are just coming on, so he's
Oh,
got to
yeah?
be here.
All right, let's see. The street lights. Oh,
Street
they are
lights.
coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, and look, there he is.
And there he is.
It's time for dinner. All right.
Mom, I'm home. The street lights are on. I'm home. Don't beat me again, please. I'm home.
Mamma mia.
Derek, you need to chill.
You need to
Just saying.
chill, bro. Take a chill pill, bro.
You chill, bro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of FIGGAH, and I'm your host, Ace Milo. Joining me tonight, we got a full crew right off the bat. The rare trifecta. Quadrilateral.
Quadrectomy.
Oh,
Whoa.
the doctor said I need one of those.
Whoa.
We have the Chartalizer, Mr. Brian Brink.
Hey, what's up? Happy hump day.
Hump day.
It is yeah, it's not chart season, maybe STCC. We'll see. I don't know. But in the realm of charts, the Rattler HASLAB is shipping early. Everybody.
Uh-oh.
Really?
Yeah,
when was it supposed to ship?
It's supposed to ship in the fall, and it's coming this summer.
Oh, snaps.
So
I'm
I
excited.
wonder, Hasbro said that they're eating tariff costs, and I guess the best way to do that is to get it here before tariffs show up again. So we'll see.
That's not good then.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe Echo 1 will ship next week.
Who knows? Maybe you'll have to take that thing apart too and fix it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. QC issues, yay!
Well, hell, they had all the time they needed to make this one, and they had QC issues. Maybe it'll be better if. Come on, a Rattler. I mean, it doesn't have all these crazy parts. Maybe.
But the wings go up. Yeah.
Uh-oh. One hinge. Two
landing gear.
I can't iron on my patch.
I forgot about the patches. I forgot about that.
That patch won't stick.
Oh,
She's on the patches.
What you got to do is you got to take the patch. You got to take the patch apart, and you got to sand down the side of it so that it adheres better.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I'm kind of excited about those patches, though. If they're awesome, I'll put them on my jacket.
Yep.
Nerd.
Serious though.
Straight nerd.
Ace, did you figure out the shoulders connect to the?
Yeah, I figured it out.
The hip bone connected to.
You actually hold on. You actually did yours incorrectly.
Oh, great!
Oh,
grand, wonderful. No yelling on the bus. What?
You're getting actually.
Actually. It goes inside, so it's smooth. So it's more low profile.
Hey! Don't cheat the system.
Yeah, like I'm ever gonna put it back in the fire truck mode.
Well,
we got a show to do.
You can put it like this, and then it can sit in a box somewhere. It's nice and neat.
All right, fair enough.
In one piece.
Fair enough. I got you.
All right, we also have Mr. JD actually making it here on time.
Hi.
Nice to see.
Hey. Yeah, I love my job. I love my new job.
Nice.
You actually get out on time?
Sometimes, yeah.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah. I think last week, or not last week, the week before, I think I missed the show entirely because I was there super late, but for the most part.
Those customers,
Yeah.
they pay you the money. Gotta
Yep.
work around their schedule sometimes.
Yes, sir.
They paid the bills.
And we also have Mr. Eric B.
Hi there, folks. For the second time,
All right.
I'm here.
All right. We got a lot of shit to cover, so no more.
Hey,
No more lollygagging.
Banging cam.
No more lollygagging, huh?
No more lollygagging. No more.
All right, Logan, I'm putting it back in the fire truck mode. And that's still a lie because I actually never put it in the fire truck mode to begin with. So putting it there for the first time.
I'm probably gonna get kicked out of StreamYard because I don't have the. We'll have the thing. There we go. Never mind. We're good. It was a rotational.
Right, don't have no more problems. We don't need no more problems, buddy.
We got enough of those.
Don't aim it at the screen.
Pew, pew.
So here is part D of Omega Prime. Here is Ultra Magnus in his car carrier mode. He rolls pretty well. These tires aren't touching the ground. I don't know if that's because of transformation or if it just is what it is. But he rolls.
Let's see. Mine is right out of the box.
There you go.
And
while you're doing that, I'm just gonna pop this off.
They do kind of touch, but not so much, even out the box.
So the original version of the toy came with this guy. Came with this as a gun. So this is actually an entirely separate, whole separate beast. This is actually a weaponizer. So it can actually break apart. And very quickly, I forget which way is forward, but we'll figure that out in a minute. We just fold this all around, pop out these missiles, and flip out this.
And this is new for this figure, right? I don't remember the original doing this.
Correct. Nope.
Yeah, the original is more like a backpack.
Just a backpack and a gun became like a double-fisted gun.
Sure.
And then we can take, I guess it doesn't technically really matter, but one arm. Come on. There we go. Now, because it's a weaponizer, you can take other weaponizers and mess with them and make different combinations.
So that explains the 5mm ports.
Roy just got his shipping notice today for this.
That's holy smokes. Do you even transform, bro?
You got the last one off the boat.
This is like to call this a transformer. This, I mean, Optimus and Ultraman. These are parts formers.
Oh,
yeah, I'd agree.
I mean, for the most part.
So yeah, you get. I forgot if they gave it a name. Blue Bolt, Blue Balls, Blue Waffle.
Hey, yo,
blue balls, blue waffle balls.
Something like that. Well, actually, that should be the front. And that should be the. You don't want to see that as the front. So everything's 5mm pegs. You get 5mm. You get a ball joint on the head. We'll just do this real quick. Rotates all the way around. You get a little bit up, a little bit down. And you get the wiggle waggle. Rotation, obviously, because it's a 5mm peg. You get out. Rotation. A little past 90. All this comes apart. These are all on pegs. You can swap those around. Waist rotation. Reverse ab crunch?
Huh.
For some reason?
It makes him a drone. That's all. Pew, shoot up in the air.
Forward all the way, pretty much. Back all the way, pretty much. 100% plus on the Van Damme. I'm just blowing through this one. There's really nothing. Well past 90 because of the transformation on the knee. Thigh swivel. And you do technically get up on the foot. And you do get a little bit of ankle tilt. We'll just put that off to the side for now. And you can break it apart and make individual guns and put them all. Everything's like I said.
I was gonna
everything's
ask. I didn't want to steal your thunder, but so those do become separate guns per arm.
if you want them to be. You can actually separate these arms and use them in Ultra Magnus mode, but they look ridiculous and they're impossible to get on. So we'll get there. Let's put him off to the side. Nothing.
Get
Is
the
that-
shaving,
is that-
Ace.
Is that like a cockpit in his chest for like a Diaclone guy?
No, that's for a reticle for when you have them in handheld mode, which you're.
Oh, okay.
So here is Ultra
opportunity.
Magnus as a car carrier. Here he is with a MP car.
All right, now listen. That's fine and
Oof,
good, but
just
there we go.
no. There, yeah.
Well, if we take instead of using him, if we take a an RID figure,
Okay.
here's his RID's sideburn. I don't think this piece is up all the way. I had one other QC issue with this guy, and we'll talk about that when we get there.
Do I have to
There's
take
a
it
less
apart?
common. There's a less common QC issue that I got. So yeah, he can, unlike some other Ultra Magnuses, I'm not naming any names. He can actually carry cars.
Hey, Ace,
open
is
up
your
this
Ultra
back.
Magnus in truck mode?
You can.
Your fan toys one?
No.
All right, then relax.
Hey, listen. That's a big fail. Now, Ace, there's no feet that like can be like ramps to
You
for him to
can
drive up
flip
on?
out. You can flip out these guys.
Yeah, let's do it properly and
I just
drive
talked
that
about
car right
flipping
up in
out.
there.
You
Ooh.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Over waffles? That's what we doing?
Yeah, buddy. There's waffles on there? Oh, there is.
Look at the ramps.
They offer traction.
No, that thing just hit a pothole, bro. He blew a tire.
That's not what. Where's that waffles? Let's relax.
Oh, okay. No, from that other angle, it
Let's
looked like
relax.
waffles, bro.
Let's relax.
Maybe a
I
little
stand
bit.
corrected. See, unlike Ace, I can admit when I'm wrong.
Uh huh.
I was wrong, folks. That's not a waffle.
Let's get that on a loop, please. Somebody get me a mixtape stat.
Well played, sir. I'll let you have it. It's all about you.
And
tonight,
everything is solid. So like the cab doesn't separate, it doesn't rotate, you can't like steer it or anything. It's just a chunk. This whole blue bit here comes as a separate piece in the box, and then the logo. Yeah, the logo stays with the cab, so you kind of have to peg the logo into that and then create that. Also, the combined mode head is right here, and the side guns are also separate in the box. So just be aware of that.
See here, separate.
But questions, comments, concerns about our mode? Not a whole lot to talk about besides we've already discussed.
No, it looks exactly like I remember it.
It's basically the same. All right. So to transform it,
I just sold the original of this.
I've sold so many.
Like
I've had
last
so many.
NJCC.
So did I. You had one at your NJCC too?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I've had so many of these over the years, like in different the American, the Japanese. I've sold like basically all of them. I have an Optimus that's signed. I have an Optimus that's autographed by the voice actor. And I have a loose
voice
one.
actor. Is it chalk for this one
Neil,
too?
no.
Yeah, I think.
Neil Kaplan.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But Chalk
Neil
was
Kaplan.
Prime.
He was Prime in Beast Wars.
And Armada.
And Armada.
So you just unpeg all that, and then this separates. So these are going to become the legs. So we're just going to split this in half. We'll do this fairly semi-quickly. So we take this bit of business and we fold it back. I think we got to fold this up, and then we fold this bit up, and peg that all in like that. This bit can fold around to the back, and then this piece here. So this whole piece, this whole foot arrangement is new. So what you do is you pull on it and extend it out, and then rotate it back, and then pinch it in. So this is the front of the foot, and you can see it's a little tiny little baby foot because that's what he had. But now you've got all this extra heel for stability.
Yeah, that makes so much. That makes it so much better. It still has all that open space behind there, but
rotate that up and rotate that, and that is one leg. And we're just going to do the same thing over here.
Ace, how did you?
Rotate this to the front. Push this all together like that. Extend that, flip it up, pinch it, pull that in, lift this up, pinch that together, and then we're going to tabs and slots. Goes together, and that's the lower half done. We'll put that to the side, and we can focus on this part. So we can start by folding this up, and that's just going to peg together kind of like that. I'm going to come over here and untab these light blue pieces. And then over here, this section here, which is going to be the backpack, pegs in to these white pegs here. So we're just going to pull that away and lift up on it and get it out of the way. These wheels can fold up and peg and slot in, not peg in, slot in. And then we can, these are obviously the arms, these can come down. And we just kind of splay them out a little bit like that. Come under here, we're going to unpeg from the sides. So on the original, this didn't peg in here, it was just kind of floppy. So they added these slots. This all just pegs in as well, so this can't come out. Just be aware of that. This is on a separate piece too that can come out. So we're just going to rock this up on a double hinge, put it back up, and then there's another slot up here, and we're going to pinch those in, wrap that around the cab like that. So you just got it like that. And we can come under here. This is going to fold flat. This all stays where it is. Under here, this white piece is going to peg into there, to make the shoulder on each side. So he says. Yep, just like that. And then we're going to rotate the arms around so they're facing front. Then we can take this backpack, and so this is the other. So this is the other QC issue. This is the other one that I have. So if you notice on this one, if you look on that white peg, I don't know if you can see. You see there's some blue on there.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah.
This tab is redonkulously tight on mine. It's not tab. This peg slot, whatever you want to call it. So like this one goes down real nice and smooth. This one, I'm squeezing it.
You put some lube on it, bro.
So that's been reported, but apparently it's not that common. But lucky me,
They're
on mine
supposed
it's
to.
really tight.
So mine are giving some.
You got to pinch them pretty. You got to squeeze them pretty good. This one, once it goes once, they go smoother. But this side on mine just likes to stay tight. But this is going to swing backwards, back and around. And then I believe it should peg in. Yeah, so these two slots here, those two pegs are going to go into those two slots. And because of the whole armature thing, you gotta everything's kind of on double swivels. So just kind of line it up and give it a push, and everything should kind of line up. These bits just, we're going to fold these down, and these bits just sit like that. And we're going to pop out this front bit a little bit like that. Lift this up. That's his head. Rotate it around. Put it back. And then you just kind of got to line everything back up. Give it a squeeze. And that's the upper body done. Take the lower half. And then right here in this gray piece, which is going to be hard to see, we're just going to slot it into that. Give it a push.
Oh, that's easy peasy.
And that is your Ultra Magnus all combined up.
His face is being a little washed out. Can we get in a little tighter on that head sculpt?
No, we can't.
All right then. I'm gonna relax over here.
No.
No. Asked and answered.
Ah, even the face looks a little more heroic. Not as goofy looking. That's cool.
This Ultra Magnus was a bit of a jerk, isn't that right? I mean,
He was.
not like a jerk like the normal jerk we know and love, but like he was like a cocky asshole, wasn't he? Or something?
He was. That's the jerk
Yeah.
I thought you meant.
No. Well,
I thought you meant what's his face?
Sentinel Prime?
No. Jesus, I can't. Why can't I think of
Because
his
he's a jerk too.
name? My joke. Can't think of his name, so now I lost my joke.
Minimus
Womp
Amos.
Womp womp. So head is on a ball jointed swivel. So you get rotation around up to there, nothing really down, and not really any wiggle waggle.
He still couldn't figure out a
Shoulders?
way to cover up the collarbone.
No. Shoulders, mushroom peg all the way around. It's a little bit impeded by the backpack if you don't move the arms out because it is a little bit wide. You get a separate rotation out, and then we get bicep swivel, and then you get single bend elbow just short of 90. Hands are weird looking, but they always were.
Yeah.
So you get kind of a mitt, and then the peggy thumb. Really just a
Piggy
peg on a
13.
stick. No waist swivel, because you saw how it went together. Ratchet legs, you get straight out. The back, you're going to get nothing because of the backpack. But we do get, let's see, basically 100 on the Van Damme, which is nice. Thigh swivel, single bend knee, but it does get you, you can do a high knee kick with long ass ballerina legs. And then the
Tiny.
feet, feet are on, what are they on? I don't even know what the hell they're on. Oh, they're just on, okay, so there's no foot articulation except for the ankle tilt, which you get that much. So it's something, but he is a chunky boy. Chunky. So he can interact with this guy in a couple of ways. If you want a place to store it in this mode, I'm not going to do it because it's a little fiddly, but you can break it apart into its pieces, and essentially the torso can peg right here and fit back down into his chest, and then the legs, the rest of the body breaks up, and you can put it back here.
Okay, is that new?
Yeah, because the old one didn't do anything. The old one was just a gun. The only thing that's weird about that whole situation is I think the missiles were an afterthought. So the missiles just peg in like this.
Oof.
That's the official way. But the rest of the arms and everything, basically just fold in here and fill out the back of the legs if you want to store it. You can also have oh, excuse me. You can also have him, I think this is technically a she in the cannon.
No.
You can
have
cannon. Right.
You can have him hold it in this mode if you want. I'm not gonna do it because it's gonna take me 20 minutes to set it up because it's super fiddly.
Taking a lot of shortcuts tonight, buddy.
I am.
Well, don't waste time on the cannon.
On the minutia.
Chick,
or the lack thereof.
Yeah.
Fodder.
This is wrong.
Magnus is like, I'd really like to pull her trigger.
Whoa.
Oh, Magnus needs to relax.
So Ash Bailey says he wishes this thing scaled differently. He says that this doesn't scale
What?
properly with proper chug. Oh, God, that is hard to push in there. Goodness.
So if you want to have him hold it, he holds it by these red things, like that, and then you flip up the reticle, and you can have him hold it like that. It's
So,
very, very difficult to get him to actually hold it, and you can see kind of what the end result is.
so
If
is
that's
that
the
her?
thing you want,
That's her love
you can do it.
handles that he holds.
Sure.
Okay.
Playing on the roll tonight.
So like the other thing is, like I said, you can take these off and use these as guns too. You're supposed to peg this into there, but number one, it's an extremely tight fit, and number two, this is on a swivel, and you saw that I fought it trying to get it into the shoulder. Getting it into here without it bending in is incredibly difficult. If there was something behind it to put pressure against it, but it's extremely. Oh, I got it. It is extremely difficult to get it in. But if you wanted to, you can put the cannons on the arms and
Maybe it loosens up after a couple tries.
maybe. Let me put these back in. Like I said, everything is 5mm ports, so and there's the blast effect ports on the tips of these. If you wanted to do that. But that's this guy. Pretty much in a nutshell.
That actually tracks.
Well, no, this isn't Masterpiece.
No.
I know, but like the size makes sense though for what Ultra Magnus stands over Prime.
I mean, what's he, Commander class chug
Mhm.
scale here?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yes, sir.
now is Prime in super mode
No,
as
Prime is
tall
in.
as
Oh, more or less.
this?
I have mine broken down already.
See,
Well, how
should have thought
about this
ahead.
sword? He's another commander class.
No, Super Prime. Oh, look at that guy.
Hello.
Oh.
He's a Dusty boy.
God, that Magnus looks ugly.
What happened?
Say, good grief, that Magnus is ugly looking.
Yeah, he was always a looker.
No wonder he's a jerk.
And like much like the original, like the entire top is hollow. This didn't peg in properly. There you go. But it does. I mean, everything is nice and secure and tidy. Everything locks in. But he does have them long legs. Them long ass legs. All right. Anything else before we move on?
Nope.
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 I think this mode is a stopgap, to the mode we all came to see.
That's right.
So we're
It's
going
time for
to
the main event.
rip off the legs. They'll come off. There you go. We're going to put the torso to the side. I'm going to deal with the legs first. So for the legs, we're going to tilt the camera down so you can see what's going on. Pull out the foot. Disconnect the armature the foot is on. And then we're going to Oop, we got to put this away. So fold that back to 90, flip that back down, like that.
Wait, you're going too fast.
Open up the ramp. We're going to reach in behind the foot. And there's a panel right here. So this panel is going to pop out and peg into this side. Then this piece is going to fold down. And this is going to fold out. And that creates the combined mode foot. So now you got all this surface area for combined mode, which is nice. We're going to come up, flip this up, peg that into there. This is all going to peg accordion up like that. And that is 1 foot ready to go. So in combined mode, oops, take that back. This has to swing out. When we combine them up with Optimus, he's going to have, I think, 4 places where it locks into Optimus. So this is 1,000 times more stable than the original. So one more time. Hold that 90, hold this down, unpeg all this, rotate this bit back down, pull out the foot, and pull out the armature, pop the panel out, open this up, fold this up to 90, peg that in, bring the foot down and up, and then this folds up, that pegs into there, this accordion's up, squeezes up, and that's your other foot. So we can take Prime. So basically we've stripped him of all of his super mode stuff and we've pushed these back up. So he's got the same kind of system where the foot is going to lock in, foot's going to lock into there. So let's see if it cooperates. Yeah, it's already starting to tilt the other way. Okay. I think
So wait, is this Prime the original one?
What do you mean? No, this is the
No, that's a new one.
Oh.
Looks a lot like the original though, doesn't it?
Yeah. And did we already do this one?
Yeah, we're on part 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
This was the show that I missed.
Correct.
Sorry,
Gray bit's
I
gonna
meant,
peg into
I
the
meant
front.
to assign you some reading or watching.
Should have had some summer reading.
Yeah, my mistake. Sorry.
Some homework.
And that's a foot. So again, peg the foot in or put it into the receptacle. In the back, the blue bit, that blue peg is going to peg into that white piece in his leg. So he says, in theory, what's holding you up? What's holding you up? It's pegged in. What are you stuck on? Did I forget? Oh, that's what I forgot. This is supposed to go that way.
Oh. Oops.
Now we should clear. So line up the foot like that. Peg that in there. Peg that in there. This gray bit swings in, pegs in there. This folds up. This is on a double hinge, so you kind of got to wiggle it to line it up. There we go. Give that a squeeze, and that is the legs done. So we'll put him off to the side, and we'll come back to Magnus. The first thing we can do is rip off his fists. Like this.
My hand.
There it is.
There it
My
is.
hand.
You have to do
And
the
then we have
handshake. You have to do the
rotate
handshake
it.
on the show.
Rotate that around.
Son of a bitch. Ultra
The same thing.
Son of a
You're not going
bitch.
to do it? You're not going to do the handshake?
He's not.
Gotta wait.
Oh, that's a shame. So in the
You
show,
take-
Optimus and Ultra Magnus, they shake hands, and then Ultra Magnus's hand
Oh.
forms over Optimus's hand,
Oh.
like that.
Optimus holds on to Magnus's thumb.
And they
And
say
then-
something. Don't they say something like
Power
Power
combined or
form-
something like that.
form Voltron or something? Like, power up.
I think he says Wonder Twin powers activate.
Yeah.
Does that not slide down? Did I make a boo boo? I think I made a little boo boo. I think these stays slid down.
Shake
I think
hands.
that was my mistake. Take that, and then the wheels go on the outside, I believe. Yeah, that was my mistake. So form that around like that. So don't slide those up. Keep those slid down.
Keep
So
them
again-
slid down.
Open up the hand. Have Prime hold on to Ultra Magnus's thumb. Wrap this around. Those two pegs on the side will peg into that. Close it up. And the arms are done. Now for this guy, gonna start by unpegging this. Oh, by the way, there's his little matrix chip thingy.
Boo.
He's not
That
worthy.
comes out. And you got a little bit
Right.
of detail behind it.
It's not worthy.
It's just a soldier.
You need a guy with some flames on his chest to go ahead and take that off your hands, my boy.
Let's relax.
See what this started? See,
Unpeg
that's
the
why
backpack.
Optimus, they turned him into a fire truck because he fights flames. He's a firefighter. You see,
Mm-hmm.
they realized
Yep,
the mistake they made.
Just like the old guy,
Put that-
always trying to put out the fire of the young guy. Always.
Put that fire.
That's right.
Rotate the head around, and then the head is going to actually go into this slot in here. And unlike the original, the head is actually going to get hidden in robot mode, in combined mode.
Oh,
which is
really? Okay, I'm all eyes.
nice. Okay. Come around here. Oh, this already started popping out. Unpeg this from here. Like I said, it does like to come off sometimes when you're popping it on and off. Unpeg it on this side.
Oh, it comes off that thing? Oh,
Yeah, it's all kind of pegged together. Gonna come over here. Gonna unpeg. What were the shoulders? Kind of leave them off to the side, and then we're going to open up. Do we do this first or that? No, we can do the head. Lift up the head and fold that flat, and then we can come over here and open up these panels, which we might need to spudge. So these
Spudging
panels
time.
fold in or out, I guess. Flip these out, and this is actually going to help hold the chest piece. So we flip up the chest piece on a double hinge, and if you look under here, we display these back open. These white pieces are actually going to grab onto the chest piece, which is nice because then the chest piece doesn't flop around like the old one. The chest piece is also, if you can see right here, on a double hinge. So that's going to end up getting rocked up. I don't know if we do it yet, though. I think we get to swing these up first. These aren't pegged in. They look like they're pegged in because you can see a pin right there. But that's for something else. These are actually just pegged on.
yeah, this thing sucks.
So just be aware of that. Now we can lift this up on the double hinge. While you sticking, there we go. And then rock it back.
Oh,
And that's going to kind of just move the chest up into the right position. Lift up on these, before we do that,
Alright,
lift up
that's
on these
kinda cool.
rivets and flip down these little panels with the Mercedes logos on them. And then under here, flip up this panel here, and that'll lock in there.
wait, hold on.
And that goes in there. There's also two slots in here, and then the chest piece is gonna peg into that. in theory, if you get it flat. There we go. So now the white piece is plugged into that. And basically,
Hey, where does his head go?
like that. Hold on,
Where does the Ultramagnus head go?
like that.
Hold on a moment.
See, it's gonna end up like that. So it actually gets hidden.
Oh, inside that thing. Got it. All right, thank you.
So then we take prime, and now we're gonna combine everything up. So this is gonna slot down. And then peg in. Might have to do this off camera to get it locked in. But the two slots in the gray piece that we use to connect the legs are going to clip into the front of the chest. Like that. It's going to be basically impossible to see.
Oh, where does the Optimus head go? Oh, in that. Oh, shit.
The Optimus head stays with
Got it.
the
got
rest
it,
of the
I got
bits. You can fold up his little head piece. We come to the back. We can lift up this flap, and then we can take these bits, and they flip like that. So they have a little bit of a place to go, unlike the original. Where they
Yeah,
have
the
no place
original,
to go.
those appendages
These kind of
just kind of hanging out there.
fit like that, and then that kind of locks in, covers that all up, more or less. These panels up here, like I said, everything's kind of on doubles, hinges, and swivels. So you kind of just pinch everything together until these bits will peg in on slots onto here. I'll try to show it on the other one. There we go, like that. It's kind of hard to see. And then this is going to pinch around. There's another slot on here. So let me show it on this side. That one actually already started to peg in. So you can see there's a it'll focus on. It's gonna be hard to see. There's a slot right there, and that's or a peg slot. And it's gonna go into there, and then that tab is gonna go into there. Give that a little squeeze until it locks in, like that. Pinch this down. Make sure this doesn't come unpegged. Like that. And that is the core done. And then last but not least, we take, I think I got to, does it go that way? It goes that way. You take this bit. You peg it onto here. You peg it onto here. And that came unpegged on the other side. Make sure that's all the way in. Everything's pegged together. And that is your Omega Prime all combined up.
And that's where the money is, folks. That's the money shot.
There it is.
It looks impressive in that mode.
So a real quick head, which is very similar to the Super Mode Optimus head, is on a ball joint, so you get all the way around. You get nothing really up. You get you get pretty good down, and you get the wiggle waggle. Shoulders are the same Super Mode shoulders, but they're more impeded by the bits around it. But I mean, you can't get straight out and straight back, basically, and out. The rest of the articulation in the arm is the same. The new hands are very tubular, we'll say.
Totally, dude.
Tubular, dude.
They have two joints. It's a very square fist, and you get one joint in the thumb, which is an in and out. And then we get the same waist, so you still get the ab crunch. And then we
Did
get
the OG have an ab crunch?
No. I don't think so.
No. I think just when it fell apart.
Which is like
Generated one.
every time you looked at it.
Hips are going to be the same. Knees are basically going to be the same. You get just short of 90 before we start hitting stuff. Yeah, we're hitting stuff. So you get a little short of 90. Thigh swivel is the same. And the only other difference would be the feet. So like I said, you now have all of that as a base for the foot, which is nice. You don't get any up and down, but you do get a pretty good tilt. You get to there. And you also get reverse tilt if you would want that for some reason. But all in all, he's incredibly stable. Well, that's a little bit different. Okay. So accessory-wise, the one thing he comes with that was special for this set is he does come with his sword. It's a big sword.
And they took Ultra Magnus sword and just not Ultra Magnus, Fort Max's sword and just put it in the box.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much. He can hold it. So on the inside of the fist, he has these slots, and they can kind of go into these. So these 3 slots in there. Technically, he can double fist it, but he doesn't hold it super spectacularly like that. But he will, and because of all the physics is going to win. So all the weight in the front is going to lever it out. I mean, you can also hold it up high, and that should give you a little bit more leverage. There you go. The problem is just because it's so long, is the leverage is going to keep ripping it out of his hand. You can do something like that. You know, hold it, and you can double fist it, like I said. It takes a little bit of doing, and it is going to want to come out of that hand. So you kind of just got to do one of these, and then have him grab it. There you go. So he can do it.
It looks imposing. I get it.
Sword is a little bit ridiculous, but it does come in the box in separate pieces, so you do have to just clip it all together. These are all in 2 separate halves, and the handle comes in a couple pieces. So we can do something we wanted to do because I found it.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
OG, triple OG. Yeah, he is a lot bigger.
He is a dusty boy.
So, is it just me, or is that Optimus Primal's face on this thing?
Yep.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, it was literally right after Beast Wars and Beast Machines.
Yeah.
Oh, I just noticed this one doesn't have the Mercedes logo split out. I hope it doesn't fall apart while I do that. Thank you. Oh, it. So you can see, like, it really is just, an upgrade. But they upgraded basically everything. You can see just like he's fine. He's just wanting to. He just wants the tip. I think the biggest problem
Yeah.
is he doesn't have ratcheted hips. Yeah,
It
ratcheted
was
hips.
never stable. And it didn't matter the version either. That thing was just not a stable figure. I heard people say the Japanese one was more stable, and I'm like, I've seen it. That thing still wants to tip over.
Did I forget something? Oh yeah, he just wants to go.
Yep.
He just wants to go.
You forgot how much of a mess that thing was, is what you forgot.
He really just wants to go. Hold on, I'm just seeing. Did I forget a panel? No. So I guess that's supposed to be hollow in there. Just maybe I forgot to swing out a panel, but I don't think I did. He just wants to lean back.
All right, I got mine combined. Just need to put his ears on.
Oh, did I lose my? I think I lost my. I wanted to keep that thing up, but you can kind of see in the back, like these bits really didn't have any place to go, so they just kind of hang out.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a whole lot holding the legs on comparatively.
Now there's no voice box in the new one.
No. And I think I took the batteries out of this guy. At least I hope I did.
Well, that's smart.
I don't remember. How do you activate it?
The gun, where the gun comes off, the big cannon, there's two buttons up there because when you connected him, he would make a noise like the cannons are connecting or whatever. And on the Ultra Magnus, I think there's a button on the bottom between the two backpack jets. I think there's something there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, I took the batteries out.
Yeah, and then also there was something that occurred when you combine them together. There was a button that was pressed, and it would be like Optimus Prime, Ultra Magnus combined. And
by your powers combined, I bring you Captain Planet.
And then like there was one, I think he said Omega Fire.
Yeah, it was like supposed to be a super move.
Did he say? Did he say Omega Flame?
No, he didn't say that.
Yoga Fire.
Yoga Flame.
Yoga Flame.
Want to stay on.
Now, I being an Optimus fan, I'd like to see the window tits. So I would always form the
window
blue,
tits?
The window tits, yeah. And I would the blue thing, yeah. I would basically give him that shiny blue as a cummerbund. I would just tuck those flaps in, and he would just have. Yep, that's the way I like to display him.
Like that?
Yep, that's the way I like it.
I'm gonna. That's a wild take, but
yeah, he never went to the gym, dude. Look at that gut.
He's just like in my belly.
And now I'm gonna see if the Omega Prime can be displayed in that way, because if not, come to NJCC.
Dang, didn't even last a week.
I don't think it's gonna work.
This thing is
kind of.
This thing is falling apart. This thing is making my backdrop fall apart. Well, I'm asking a lot out of that thing.
Spin. Yeah, it kind of works. I can do it. I can kind of do it. All right, you survive for a year.
We reevaluate in 1 year.
Now, one of the things I noticed people complaining about was the Ultra Magnus was yellow already.
That's people being assholes. It's not yellow.
Oh, okay. Mine doesn't look yellow.
One of the other things I noticed is on the original, there's a peg that goes right in the middle of the Autobot logo. This one is nice and smooth. All the service detailing is actually all really, really nice. They did a good job with all that.
It's very patriotic, this Optimus.
Apart. You
It's
know,
red, white, and blue.
But yeah, he's a really gorgeous looking figure. Like, and it's
Here.
I haven't combined it in.
You can do the cummerbund version if you like.
I'm happy. I'm happy you're happy. But he's really cool. It's really nice and imposing. It's really nice that it's actually stable.
We did lose Eric.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
We'll give him 30 seconds, and then he's off the show forever. 29.
Let's get a countdown.
We need the underwater music from Sonic.
Yeah.
The most stressful music in all of video game history. All right, he's off the show forever. I don't remember if there was supposed to be another panel or something that flips out up there, but I don't think there is, right?
I mean, there's that gray piece hiding around in there. What's that about? Does that do something?
That's the hinge. That's the top. That's the connector piece. That's this piece basically. That goes up in there.
Oh, it does.
That's what connects it to the body. But yeah, this thing is really it's a home run as far as what they were going for. You know, it's a far better version of the original. That's for damn sure. Even though the original was cool in its own right, but it's 24 years old now. So it's nice to finally get a nice upgrade. And no third parties ever tackled this guy, huh?
No.
It seems like an oversight.
Well, I imagine Fansami would have gotten around to it eventually.
I'm sure. But... Well, they kind of skipped over RID and they went straight to Armada.
Yeah, well, good on them. I think.
I mean, even like everything, the back is all nice and tidy. Comparatively, it just got a little bit of a backpack, but at least it's nice and cohesive.
Stays together.
These bits got someplace to go.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's a really nice quality of life upgrade, if nothing else. All the plastic is nice and thick. Everything feels good. If it wasn't for the one little problem, which, like I said, at least they're doing something about it. But again, shouldn't have to fix your toys, especially when you're spending a premium for them. But here's what it is. Anything else you want to see him with?
I don't know what else to compare this guy to. I mean, the Deathsaurus was a good comparison.
You can see him and combine him with him.
Yeah.
Well, what's the excuse? StreamYard, StreamYard cut out on him.
That's what he said.
Worth it.
Oh.
Oh, now he dropped his gun. So he's a cocky boy.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I haven't messed around with him much, but I'm trying to see if you can at least kind of get him in the somewhat of a dynamic pose. Looks like you can. Let's
Did you get him, Jay-Z?
Nope.
Oh, that's a shame.
Nah, not really.
see.
I'm good.
No.
That's a shame.
JD, you can buy this one.
That's
It's already
right.
pre-fixed.
I don't want it.
Yes, you do.
Nah, I don't. I'm good.
Good. What I'm saying, you're good.
Huh?
Oh God. Anything else you want to see him with? Questions, comments, concerns? I think we covered everything.
No, you put them. I think the old one was the
Yeah, that was the
the
key.
big one.
I don't like that his waist gets in the way with the waist swivel. It's bugging me.
Oh, and it took some doing.
Oh, scooping it out.
His vacuum fingers.
Oh, this is not.
Yep.
No.
Eh,
It's not
See,
even.
now if you
He's
give him
gonna
the
fail.
cummerbund, if you give him the cummerbund,
Hold
it
on.
might work.
I don't think it's gonna work, but we'll give him the cummerbund just for you.
Indulge the Brian Brink.
Uh-oh.
Alas,
Nope.
so close. It's so
It's
far away.
too big and blocky.
What if we lift that out of the way? Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I can see you, but I can't smell you.
Well,
I will
poor
never
Prime.
know.
Oh well.
I will never know the joy of my own brew.
That's right.
This was
Oh my
a
goodness.
very nice, very nice upgrade, and a very fun figure. Again, hopefully, if you got one, didn't come broken, and you did the fix. I can get this in his hand, maybe. I wish they made this a little bit more secure. Yeah, just wants to drop it. I'll make him a lefty just for you. There.
Thanks.
Oh, stay. That's not a bad way to. I don't know if it'll fit a detail with that. It might. Oh, I don't know. I doubt it actually.
Probably not.
Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, anything else anybody wants to add?
Nope. It's
Nope.
pretty quiet. Trey 5 just popped in. So what's up?
Hi, buddy.
AC said what's up to JD. You said what's up to me, but you didn't say what's up to you.
Nope.
I see how it is. I'm always third fiddle. It's all right, I'm used to it.
Or no fiddle.
Or negative fiddle. Sans fiddle. All right. Unfortunately, I think that the guy with the chat is not here because StreamYard kicked him out supposedly.
Okay.
Supposedly.
Well, I got you.
Bust it. Bust
Oh,
it.
you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, look at you. Very good. Let's run the chat.
Oh, we had Derek B, Augie G, Eric von Wolfenstein, Toy Mafia, Logan was here, Jedi Mindset, and Ash Bailey, and Trey Fi. That's it.
Right.
That's all. Omega Prime's
That's it.
milkshake is weak. So
Not
weak.
bringing them to the yard?
No,
Nope.
he's kicking people out of the stream yard.
Oh, that's true. All right.
Roy says, how are you going to display it?
In my bathtub.
Oh, he says with Space Bridge or without it. Does he?
No, you don't need the space bridge.
Space Bridge.
They're calling this. They call this a space bridge.
Oh boy, look at that thing.
But you don't need it to support the weight or anything.
Well,
it's not exactly.
goal.
It's not exactly highly detailed piece that needs to be displayed. You know, it's fine. It's just not really necessary. You say it's just fine.
Speaking of space bridges,
Bridge eye.
I'm thinking specific of either this series or the Prime series. They had the land bridge or something like that, right? And you know how in G1 the Autobots are a bunch of trucks and cars, and they would just show up all over the country, right, to assist wherever the Decepticons were fighting, because Decepticons were causing trouble.
I thought they always just concentrated in Washington State.
Maybe, but I just wondered, do you think the Ottomans, the
Ottomans and the love seats,
Assocks.
Do you think they had land bridges in G1? We just didn't know about it. They just didn't show it, and maybe that makes perfect sense.
Land bridges to get to where?
To the places where the Decepticons were causing trouble. Shenanigans.
Well, I mean, they were on the continental U.S., so they could get basically anywhere.
Yeah, but like it would take them a week to go across country to stop the Decepticons from attacking.
They had this...
like the 3 Mile Island or whatever to get energy.
So what? So they would just have a land bridge to go directly to where they are, and they still have to drive there.
Well, no, but like it would. I mean, come on, these guys, they're not that fast. They would have to go from what, Mount St. Hilary all the way to Pittsburgh, or
nobody wants
3
to
Mile Island. 3 Mile Island's by you, JD. It's like right by Harrisburg, right?
Yep.
So like the Decepticons are
Goldsboro.
And then say, hey, call the Autobots. Maybe we'll survive a week while the Decepticons destroy us. But like with the land bridge thing, they could teleport. Like
teleport.
Yeah. Don't you remember what the land bridge is? Is it the land bridge? I'm not crazy, right?
Are you talking about the space bridge?
No, the space bridge they used to take to Cybertron.
But
do you think maybe they would take the space bridge up to Cybertron, and then Cybertron would beam them back out to a different place on the planet?
It's probably quicker to go up to space and then back down than to go across the country.
I'm telling you, man, they had a land bridge. They just didn't show us. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's a conspiracy.
Eric B can't hear us. It's fine. There's nothing to contribute to this conversation. I already called out the chat. I did your job while you were gone. He doesn't hear.
He can't hear nothing. He's just like,
why
is this thing not? Why do I not hear anything in my headphones?
No.
These guys are probably talking about me, and they don't even. We don't even know.
He has no idea.
No idea.
Nah.
He's gonna sit here and play with his computer.
He probably doesn't even know if his
The
camera's
hell's
on.
wrong with this thing?
He doesn't know his camera's off.
It's a shame.
It is a shame.
No. So bad.
We'll give him some shame. All right, let's get out of here. I'm exhausted. Mr. Brink, where you at?
I am at Brinkalizer on Instagram, and yeah, hanging out around Facebook group, sorta, not really. I got some pictures to take. I got fun. I got one. I just got a figure in. I'm really excited. I'm gonna make a little display with it for a while. It's the
Is
repaint
it an
of
A-Team
Hoist.
member?
It's the red
This one?
Hoist from
Oh, I have the red one.
Masterpiece.
So you got that one.
Yeah. So, my first time messing with that figure, I don't hate it. That's it. That's where you can find me.
Oh, you never got an MP hoist?
No, I got the X-Transbots hoist.
Ugh.
Come on, that's a
You didn't
good
get the-
hoist, man.
Yeah.
It
You didn't
is
get
a
the
good
yellow
hoist.
hoist?
The yellow
You're a
hoist?
good hoist.
I have the MMC yellow Trailbreaker. So that works for me for that
Okay.
rendition of that character.
Alrighty. Miss JD, where you at?
You can find me, JD Brocious, on the Facebook groups, Pigmentary on Instagram and Xbox Live, as well as Shelf Gravy on the interwebs, Instagram and Facebook, and then here every Wednesday, either on this show here or on the Gravy Time, making things.
Are you back, Eric, yet? Or
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, I'm having all type of issues. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I had to restart my modem. But you can find me, Eric B, Facebook group, Eric Burgess, Instagram, Mr_EDUP82. You can find me throwing my internet connection and computers out the window. You can also find me on Kennedy's Village, all your social media platforms there. We will be at BotCon for the toy drive, guys. So stay tuned to that. If you've been checking in ETR, they've been announcing that. So we got a couple of details coming up for that as well, which reminds me, Brian, you and I and Chris have to get together on that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Every other Wednesday with these guys, every other Tuesday on Do You Even Transform, bro? Boom.
I am at Ace
Boom.
Milo pretty much everywhere. I think we got one more show before BotCon, but BotCon is coming up, so make sure you plan for that. That's pretty much going to do it for us tonight. Thank you for watching live. Thank you for watching after the fact. We'll catch you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.
Say it with me now. Round